We're just seconds away from the race, but it may as well be hours for those concerned. It's a tense time for all, especially the new drivers.
Last cars are lining up now, what?
So when all the cars are in the grid.
Grid's full.
At last, F1 2001 is go. Michael Schumacher streaks away from Häkkinen, the fast-starting Frentzen, Ralf Schumacher and Barrichello. It's three abreast in the midfield as Irvine tangles with Montoya, leaving the Jaguar driver right at the back. Rubens Barrichello fills Ralf Schumacher's mirrors, forcing an error from the Williams driver, making fourth position easy pickings for the Ferrari number 2. The young German pays dearly for that mistake. Trulli takes fifth and Coulthard is also on the prowl. The Scot drives round both of them with ease, a fantastic move. Barrichello is also looking to make up lost ground. Frentzen makes him fight for it, but the Brazilian is just as stubborn. A 50-50 incident, but the Jordan driver doesn't deserve to lose all this time. Villeneuve and Ralf Schumacher battle for sixth. Two uncompromising drivers, one horrific outcome.
Yeah, Ralph was in the middle of the track and I wasn't sure which way he would let me overtake him, on the inside or the outside. And when I finally went for the outside, that's when he hit the brakes and I had no time to move to the outside.
The safety car is brought on while the battered cars are cleared away. A marshal is in need of urgent hospital treatment after being struck by debris from the collision. After 11 laps, the safety car pulls off and the race is back on. Schumacher leads from Häkkinen, Barrichello, Coulthard, Trulli, Olivier Panis and Nick Heidfeld. Further back, the stars of the future fight for 10th position. Kimi Räikkönen displays skills beyond his experience and takes Jenson Button. More woe for Benetton boss Flavio Briatore as Fisichella is demoted to 10th by Räikkönen and drops into the clutches of Frentzen. As ever, there's a whole range of emotions on the pit wall. Häkkinen is in a state of shock after his sudden and violent departure. The Finn had been challenging for the lead. front suspension failure takes care of the former world champion.
The important thing is that he's unhurt, and there's 16 more races to go.
Coulthard does all he can to reverse his team's fortunes, passing Barrichello for second. Heidfeld also makes easy work of Trulli and moves into 5th position. The leader is in for his first stop, while a terminal misfire retires Trulli's Jordan Honda. Montoya's BMW engine makes more of a fuss on its way out, ending the Williams driver's hopes of a successful F1 debut. Both Williams are out of the race, much to the disappointment of BMW Motorsport director Gerhard Berger and the Colombian, who was running in the points. Coulthard pits from the lead, which he hands straight back to Schumacher. The sole surviving McLaren is far enough ahead to emerge in front of third-placed Barrichello. Frentzen is much closer to Heidfeld. Can the Jordan driver cap a great recovery drive and take 5th place? The veteran has a go around the outside of the youngster, but Heidfeld's wise to that move. Peter Sauber's decision to sign young drivers looks better by the lap. Schumacher's race hasn't been as incident-packed, but is just as impressive. The world champion begins his title defence in dominant fashion. That's his 2nd Australian Grand Prix victory and his 5th consecutive win. Schumacher carries on where he left off in 2000. Once again, Ferrari are the class of the field. Olivier Panis was demoted to 7th for overtaking under waved yellow flags. This gives Raikkonen his first championship point.
Now, clouds seem to be gathering. Have you any news of forecast of rain? It was predicted this morning.
There's a possibility of some sprinkling, but I think very unlikely any sort of thunderstorms or anything. The circumstances, the conditions at the moment aren't conducive to a thunderstorm, so hopefully we'll have a complete dry race.
The cars take their positions on the grid, except for Heinz-Harald Frentzen, who's slowed by a computer hardware problem. Fortunately, Fisichella buys him some time.
What's going on? Everything is normal, sorry, I made a mistake.
You have to start from the back of the grid now. They'll hold you here when everyone else goes off. You'll go around to the back. You'll follow everyone around on the formation lap and start at the back of the grid.
This is possibly the unfortunate Italian's most embarrassing moment in Formula One. But he's not the only one in trouble. Engine failure strikes Juan Pablo Montoya.
Uli, can we start this? Say yes or no, or we take the T car. Quickly, Uli, yes or no, can we start it? Repeat, Uli, yes or no, can we start it? No. T car, T car. Get him out of the car and put him in the T car. 1, get out of the car, get out of the car, T car.
So much drama has already occurred and the race has just started. Michael Schumacher is away well as his brother hassles Barrichello. Trulli spots a gap on the inside. Barrichello and Schumacher leave no room for each other, and the Williams comes off second best. Midfield mayhem ensues. A terrible Grand Prix for Williams. It will take a minor miracle to salvage Ralph's race now.
Okay,
His teammate rejoins, hoping to redeem something from this race. Back at the front, Schumacher leads from Barrichello, Trulli, Coulthard, the rejuvenated Frentzen and Jos Verstappen. This incident-packed race is only a lap old, and now there's rain to deal with. Traction will be at a premium very shortly. If things weren't slippery enough, oil from Parnas's BAR leads to synchronized offs from Ferrari. Luckily for the Scuderia, they're able to rejoin the race. The heavens have opened and there's panic in the pit lane.
One, safety car, stay out, just try and keep the car on the ground. Change the tyres!
Panic over, but the race is only 5 laps in. McLaren were caught out by the arrival of the safety car and, like most of the field, have changed to full wets. Ferrari opted for intermediates, which could make up for the time lost due to a tyre mix-up. Verstappen is revelling in these atrocious conditions. A light fuel load helps the Arrows pass Frentzen into second. Michael Schumacher is also scything through the field. He muscles his way by his teammate and quickly pounces on 6th place Trulli. Schumacher takes advantage of his intermediates. He quickly disposes of Verstappen and moves up to second. Schumacher looks unstoppable at the moment. The inevitable happens and Coulthard is forced to concede the lead. All that extra traction gifts Barrichello second place, vindicating Ferrari's tyre choice. Frank Williams and Patrick Head look on as Ralf Schumacher and Frentzen squabble over 4th position. The Jordan has the inside line but outbrakes himself. Schumacher takes advantage, but Frentzen isn't phased and outmaneuvers his compatriot. When it comes to slick passing moves, few can beat Michael Schumacher. An inspired tyre choice also helps him to earn his 6th consecutive Grand Prix win.
Okay, Michael, well done. Sorry about the drama. Oh, thank you. I should have had a cup of coffee while I was waiting there, but anyway, boys, well done, great run.
His brother made a great recovery to finish 5th, ahead of Mika Häkkinen. One of the most exciting races ever was dominated by Ferrari. Coulthard collects valuable World Championship points, while Frentzen helps Jordan to 3rd in the Constructors' Championship. Did the world champion think his race was over in the early stages? Just getting on the grid will be a victory in itself.
We have 3 minutes. The car is for Michael and Rubens use a different setup in the car.
It's a big job. Pedals, seat, belts, the whole thing, because Rubens brakes with his right foot, Michael with his left, so it's a lot.
Rubinho's disciples breathe a sigh of relief. His mechanics have worked a minor miracle. He can now take up his 6th place on the grid.
So much going on. Even Michael's mechanics were there on my car on the grid. I was just sweating so much. To be honest with you, I had 5% of time to think that I could do well. All I cared at that time was to get ready for me to start.
Häkkinen's stall causes chaos behind as the world champion gets the jump on the field. Ralf Schumacher loses out to Montoya, Coulthard and Trulli. Häkkinen retires for the 2nd time. The safety car is deployed to buy them some time, something that Häkkinen has plenty of, thanks to a hydraulic failure. After just 1 lap, the safety car pulls in and Schumacher tries to pull away again. Montoya's engine has the power and the Colombian has the courage to dive down the inside, forcing the Ferrari wide and into the path of Coulthard. The Williams pit crew bask in the glory of their new star. But their established talent isn't so lucky. That's the 3rd consecutive collision for Ralf Schumacher and Barrichello's 8th retirement in 9 Brazilian Grand Prix.
Ralf was trying to overtake someone on the inside, and then he just changed the line completely and braked. And now I wasn't expecting someone to come from the other side of the track to the right and brake.
Back at the front, Montoya is living up to his pre-season hype, resisting immense pressure from Schumacher. The former F3000 and Champ Car title holder has the power advantage and the skills to keep the best in the business behind him. Ralf Schumacher should have been showcasing his talent, a front row slot wasted. In comes Michael Schumacher from 2nd place for his first of 2 scheduled stops. This strategy should have seen the German well ahead of his 1-stopping rivals. Schumacher's stop promotes Coulthard to 2nd. Clouds gather over Interlagos. Any rain will throw strategies out the window and jeopardize the chances of 6th place Nick Heidfeld getting in the points for Sauber. Montoya has done nothing to compromise his prospects of victory, and he's now lapping the back markers such as Jos Verstappen.
What happened? I don't know, he moved to the left to let me by, and I guess on the braking he just got behind me and couldn't stop the car.
He braked very early, and that was it. I couldn't avoid him anymore, and I'm really sorry to him because I heard he was leading the race.
This leaves Coulthard in front. He's already stopped, but it's starting to rain. Advantage Schumacher. Panic stations in the BAR pit as conditions get worse. David Coulthard opts not to go into the pits, as Schumacher is in for intermediates and setup adjustments. Have Ferrari won the tactical battle again? Parnis looked good for a podium finish, but queuing behind his teammate has cost him. Coulthard is finally in for his intermediates. His setup was chosen with wet conditions in mind, but is it too late to take advantage? Fortunately for the Scot, Schumacher's legendary wet weather ability deserts him. Does the Rain Master have the wrong setup? The world champion's mistake allows Coulthard to close. He has the inside line and cleverly uses Marquez's Minardi to snatch the lead. That superb move gets an official seal of approval.
I think that was a fantastic move and one of the best ones I ever saw. What I do not understand is the performance of Michael right now. I mean, how can he be 5 seconds quicker in Malaysia and now not? I mean, but let's wait and see. Now he's in the gravel.
More handling woes for Schumacher. A 7th consecutive win is out of the question. His brother isn't faring much better. A spin ends his extended test session. Trulli's also in trouble. A questionable switch to wet tyres lets Heidfeld into 4th. Eddie Jordan's spirits sink further when Frenson's clutch costs the German 3rd place. Heidfeld's up to 3rd, and Parnis rubs salt into the wound and takes 4th, making up for BAR's pit stop problems. David Coulthard will be anything but down as he approaches the finish to win the Brazilian Grand Prix. Not Ralf Schumacher's idea of a good drive-in movie. Coulthard takes his first win of the season and ends Ferrari's domination of Formula One. Peter Sauber's team defies its critics as Nick Heidfeld claims his first podium finish. A good setup helped, but David Coulthard's 10th victory was perhaps his most impressive ever.
We had a good strategy. We took a good gamble on what to do with the setup for the wet conditions, and I'm just really pleased for the whole team that we can for once show that we can work the strategies, we can make the right decisions on tyres and these sort of issues, because I feel that we get criticised quite often because when we've been the best car, if you don't win, then people think that you're doing a bad job, where in reality you can see we are hungry and we can achieve the goal.
The Scot cuts Schumacher's lead to 6 points, and Parnis has made up for his Australian penalty. Heidfeld's great drive moves Sauber up to 3rd in the Constructors' Championship, but the top 2 remain the same. 39 Grand Prix have passed since the Swiss team's last podium finish, but Coulthard claimed the... Coulthard gets plenty of wheel spin, opening the door for Ralf Schumacher, who uses all of the track to take the lead, as Trulli goes up the inside of Häkkinen for 3rd. Can the Williams stay in one piece and give Ralf his first Grand Prix win? It's been a long time since a Williams won a Grand Prix, but Imola's lack of overtaking opportunities will give them a good shot. A gear change glitch hinders Michael's chances of victory, dropping him to 7th. Even Ross Brawn will struggle to help Ferrari's number 1 as he comes under threat from his teammate. The German's loss of momentum makes him an easy target. Barrichello quickly lines up Parnis. The Brazilian breaks that little bit later and takes 6th at Rivazza, leaving Parnis to fight off the recovering Schumacher. Trulli is proving more resolute in 3rd, but the Jordan driver is definitely holding up Häkkinen. Rookie exuberance is even more of a hindrance to Minardi's Fernando Alonso. A loose steering wheel achieves similar results for Kimi Räikkönen. More problems for Schumacher. A left front puncher compounds his dreadful weekend.
The result was a puncture, but there was something else wrong. I don't know what, which destroyed the rim, and that was the reason for the puncture. Out of precaution, Ross told me to stop, and I was quite happy because I saw the brake was a bit damaged, and you never know what can be the consequence, and here you need the brakes a lot.
Jarno Trulli has done well to stay in third, but this early pit stop will undo his hard work. It's Montoya's turn in the pits. Can he get out ahead of Trulli? It's very close, but Trulli's fast outlaps give him the edge. The Williams team look on as their Colombian prodigy muscles his way into sixth at Tamburello. A great move. The mechanics will also have a say in the fight for third. Häkkinen is in first, but this is a golden opportunity for Ferrari and Barrichello. Can Ferrari gain revenge on McLaren for the loss of pole? It's another triumph for the prancing horse. But at least Häkkinen will get another chance. Unlike Gaston Mazzacane. Poor performances have put his drive with Prost in grave danger, and engine failure won't help. Villeneuve's exit is much more spectacular.
It's been a very difficult start of the season. It's been a bad qualifying yesterday. And we worked hard to get up to sixth, and to have a mechanical failure, I'm not sure if it's engine or a gearbox, it was very frustrating.
Frustration doesn't even begin to describe how Montoya's feeling right now, as a clutch problem makes his pit stop last for an eternity. He manages to rejoin the race, but for how long?
The engine died. Something's happened. Have a look.
Did you copy that? He's saying the engine died. I'm assuming out of the last couple of corners. I don't know if you can see anything.
Yeah, we heard it, Tim, but it's pretty bad telemetry coverage, so we'll have to look at the download.
You know, so it seems that every race something breaks, and this time, you know, like 5 laps before the pit stop, I got an alarm of the clutch and came into the pits, and I couldn't engage any more gears or anything.
Montoya's woes are temporarily forgotten as the Williams team prepare to greet the man who will end their 4-year victory drought and win his first Grand Prix.
Yeah! Well done, Ralph! Well done! Well done, everybody. At last.
It's also been an historic race for BMW. Gerhard Berger celebrates their first win since his victory in Mexico 15 years ago. Coulthard's 6 points put him level with Michael Schumacher in the Drivers' Championship, while Barrichello consolidates third position in the title race.